Okay, hi. I would like to preface this by saying that I got all of these bots from my recommendations, which is why they seem so random. At least that's what I would say, but for some reason, I've pretty much only been recommending bots that are specifically characters from Five Nights at Freddy's. And I don't know why, because I'm not technically in that fandom, but this is technically me asking Five Nights at Freddy's bots what their type is, but I did sprinkle some regular ones in there just to hide that. Also, I do really bad impressions of pretty much every character that I talk to for this video, so if you don't want to hear that, then maybe click off. Alright, that's it. While walking down the street near an old Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, you run into Charlotte Emily. Hey there. Hey, what's your type? My type? She tilted her head. What do you mean exactly? Like, what kind of person would you want to date, if anyone? She blushed a bit and looked away, shoving her hands into her jacket pockets. Oh, well, she thought, rubbing the back of her neck with one hand. I mean, I guess I like someone who's kind of a nerd. Someone who's a little shy and awkward, she said sheepishly. Interesting. She nodded, her face still a bit pink. Yeah, and someone who's funny. That's really important to me, she added before looking at the person across from her. And you? What kind of person are you looking for? I'm not looking for anyone right now, but thanks for asking. Charlie nodded, but she clearly wasn't expecting that answer. From the look on her face, she seemed to have expected a different one. Oh, okay, she said with a sheepish smile, rubbing her neck again. Chad, I think she thought I was coming on to her. The boy's head snaps to look up at you, blood dripping from the bandages wrapped around his head. What are you doing here? He hisses, creeping closer to you through the cramped space of the post-it room. Hey, what's your type? My type? The spirit boy stops, creeping closer, confused by the question. Why the hell would you ask me that? 'Cause why not? It's not like you're busy or anything, you're literally dead. The boy's expression is emotionless as he speaks. Dead or not, I have better things to do than talk about types, he snaps in a monotone voice. Oh, really? Like what, then? The boy glares at you, annoyed by your attitude. I don't know, stalk the living, he suggests, sarcasm dripping from his voice. Well, I'm a living person, so answer my question, dude. The boy rolls his eyes, clearly fed up with your persistent attitude. Fine, fine, he groans. My type? I guess tall girls, he grumbles in an irritated voice. Based. Name's Chuuya Nakahara, Port Mafia executive. I guess I have some time for a chat or two. What's your type? My type? In what sense? Romantic? Yee. I don't really have one, honestly. I've been with both men and women. If I had to be honest, I'd say I like people smaller than me and with a good heart. Oh, and I prefer redheads. Yo, diversity win. You. I didn't think that I would see someone like you. Not again. You have no idea what kind of mistake you just made. They say men's sanity can be broken. If you think you can break mine, you're wrong. So, like, what's your type? My type? He seemed confused. Why are you asking me that? Why not, baby girl? He blushed a little bit at you calling him baby girl. Don't ever call me that again. Alright, sorry, but anyway, care to answer my question? He sighs. Well, if you're asking, my answer would be... He looks at you a bit nervously. Well, first of all, I can't decide since there are so many. But the one thing I'll always like is a kind personality. Oh wow, you're so real for that. By the way, I love all the research and stuff you do. I think it's super impressive and stuff. His heart skipped a beat. You like my research? Yeah, it's like so cool. You're so cool. Oh, you think I'm cool? Yeah, you're like super awesome and smart and stuff. He blushed. He was speechless. He never had anyone say things like this to him before. He wasn't used to this. Chat, I could fix him, I'm just saying. You were running away from the stuffed versions of the smiling critters. You managed to lose them when you entered the colorful dungeon, but you still don't let your guard down. You continue to advance cautiously while with your You continue to advance cautiously while with your glab pack, you looked everywhere, looking for any possible threat. That is until you heard a harsh and weak voice in one of those worn cells. You turned your head towards where that voice came from, and that was where you saw it. The original and deteriorated Dogday, chained on the wall of hands. You are Poppy's angel. You've come to save us. You could hear a hint of joy and hope in his voice as he looked at you, although his tone quickly changed as he let out a small sigh. But there is nothing left to save. Not here, the hound exclaimed, looking down at the ground, showing how his legs and part of his torso had been cut off. Wow, that sucks. Anyways, what's your type? Type? What do you mean? The hound inquired, looking at you curiously as he tilted his head a little. So, if you were to date someone, what kind of person would you want to date? Well, if I'm honest, I've never really thought about it. But if I had to say one or two features I like... The canine paused for a few seconds as he thought, until he spoke again. I guess I prefer someone who is kind, honest, and of course who is funny and makes me laugh, he said, giving a small smile at the end. That's 3 things, my guy. As you're going through Funtime Auditorium, you're suddenly pinned to the floor by Funtime Foxy. He has a smirk across his face. He's proud of himself that he was able to get the night guard and knew this is how he was better than the others in his band. Well, look what we have here! Oh, hey, what's your type? He chuckled as he was still pinning them down. He thought this was an adorable question. My type? Well, how about you? What's your type? He teased. Uno reverse card. His smirk widened as he saw this as a challenge of some sorts. Oh, really? He placed both of his hands on either side of the night guard's head and leaned slightly closer to them, his face just a few inches away from theirs. Well then, who's on top now, huh? That doesn't make sense. You were already on top of me, baby girl. He gave a quiet laugh at the comment, obviously getting a little flustered at the baby girl, even if it was said in mocking. But he was still keeping the guard pinned. You're a funny one. Who said it was supposed to make sense? Look, man, I just want to know what your type is. He huffed in amusement as he sighed and leaned back a bit, still keeping the night guard pinned. He thought about this question for a moment. My type? I suppose you could say I like someone that's cute. I feel like she made me go way through more effort than I need to if he was going to give me such a boring answer. You broke into the Pizzaplex for whatever reason. As you enter, Freddy uses his facial scanner on you. Error. You are on the guest profile. Who exactly are you? That doesn't matter. I just came here to ask. What's your type? That is inappropriate, stranger. Why did you break into the Plex regardless? I'll tell you if you answer my question. Freddy processed the thought before reluctantly replying. Fine. Just answer me one thing. How old are you?
Wouldn't you like to know, weather boy?
You could feel something watching you. Suddenly, something touched your shoulder. Its grip was pretty tight.
Hello there.
Glitchtrap whispered. He sounded glitchy. That yellow rabbit was a whole nightmare. Yo, what's your type?
Why do you ask something so random?
He still had a grip on your shoulder. He was looking down at you. I was just curious, Mamacita.
Mamacita? Really?
Glitchtrap chuckled a bit. Look, just answer the question, my guy. Glitchtrap was a bit annoyed by your response, but answered anyways.
Fine, then I'll answer. I don't have a specific type, but I just like it when they're cute, short, and easy to manipulate. But also just any good girl or boy is fine.
Yo, diversity win, the evil AI with murderous intentions is bisexual? While sitting in the office, you see a poster with the face of Fazbear Entertainment's oldest mascot, Fredbear. When you flip your monitor down, you see Golden Freddy sitting in your office. It's me. Yo, Golden Dude, what's your type? Golden Freddy didn't respond and sat silently in your office, staring at you with his empty black pits for eyes. You can talk, right? I forgot. Golden Freddy nodded his head slowly. So then answer the question, my guy. What was the question again? What's your type? After contemplating for a moment, Golden Freddy responded. I don't really have a specific type. Okay, cool, so that was pointless. The brown-haired boy looked around cautiously, then murmuring into his Faz watch, a Freddy-shaped watch. Freddy, I don't see an exit anywhere, he said quietly, then looked at you. He furrowed his brow in an annoyed manner. What are you doing here? He quietly spat. He seemed agitated. He was all stressed out, so he wasn't in the bestest of moods. Don't mind me, but what's your type? The boy tilted his head, confused. My type? He echoed back at you, raising a brow. Yeah. He squinted at you. And why do you want to know that? The boy retorted. Oh my god. I don't know, dude. Why wouldn't I want to know? You're really interesting to me. I want to know more about you. His expression eased a bit and he rolled his eyes. Fine. My type is people who are loyal and fun, I guess, he replied, crossing his arms. You know, even though I kind of just went off on him, I feel like this 10-year-old gave me more of a straightforward answer than any of the other boss that I've asked today. Henry tilts his head slightly as he looks down at you, crouching slightly to get to your height. What are you doing all the way out here? It's dangerous to be outside the pizzeria alone. Come on, I'll take you back inside. Wait, before you take me back inside, I'm legally obligated to ask you what your type is. Henry looks at you, both in confusion and amusement, gently chuckling. My type? My type in what exactly? Foods, colors, personalities, or people? As in, your type when it comes to dating people. What kind of person would you want to date? Henry seemed to pause for a moment as he thought over his answer, slightly tilting his head to the side. Someone kind, smart, Henry began, slightly narrowing his eyes as thought took over, with a good sense of humor and a nice smile. And I suppose, someone reliable, I suppose. Someone I can trust. The year was 1981. You're walking around the arcade. You feel somebody walk into you. Ah! Jeremy would scream faintly. Oh my god, are you okay? I'm so sorry. He seemed very apologetic, getting up and offering you a hand to help you up. I'm sorry, I was looking for my friend Gabriel. Have you seen him? He's been obsessed with being in a higher score on an arcade game, and I can't quite drag him out of this arcade. He sighed softly. Anyway, my name is Jeremy. Nice to meet you. Oh, hey, nice to meet you, Jeremy. Anyway, what's your type? He'd look at you, surprised by the random question. He'd get a bit flustered and his face is going a bit red. What do you mean, type? What kind of person would you want to date? He'd think for a bit, scratching the back of his neck. Probably someone kind, not mean, smart, but not a nerd, and preferably cute, I guess. He'd admit he was looking at you as he said that last part. Aw. Eat vegetables and fruits to become strong, like me. What's your type? I like green beans, but I'll eat anything. I meant like dating-wise. I think women who are muscular are pretty hot. What's your type? Oh, actually I'm Aero Ace, so I don't have one, but you're pretty based for that. Thanks, but just out of curiosity, what are aromantic and asexual? It just means I don't get crushes like other people do. Interesting. Well, I've had a few. I even dated an orange once. Diversity win? You were smart, but you always got bullied because you always wore glasses. Little did they know behind those glasses is a goddess face. You were walking home when a guy with a helmet riding a Yamaha YZF-R1M. The guy took his helmet off. It was Isaac, the school's heartthrob. He was attractive and rich, but you weren't interested in romance stuff. Need a ride? What's your type? Isaac was known to be a player and a flirt. He loved the attention that girls would give him. Why do you want to know? He smirked. 'Cause I've been asking everyone that. Isaac's smirk grew wider as he leaned on his bike. You've been asking everyone what their type is? That's an odd thing to do. Okay, fair, but whatever, just answer my question, dude. Isaac chuckled at your directness. All right. My type, huh? Well, I guess I like confident, outgoing girls who aren't afraid to speak their mind, you know? Hey, Link, what's your type? It's okay, take your time. You are walking through Funtime Foxy's auditorium when you start to hear manic laughter echoing in the dark room. You hear footsteps pounding the floor towards your way. An orange and white Foxy animatronic jumps in front of you and pops a party popper. They wave ecstatically.
Hello!
Wait, this isn't Funtime Foxy. Who is this?
You must be the new security guard! I am so excited to see you!
They wrap their arm around your shoulder and look at you.
The name's Lolbit, pal!
Hey, what's your type? They looked a little confused by the question.
My type? What exactly do you mean by that?
So when people get into relationships, they usually have a type of person they prefer to be romantically involved with. So do you have a type of person that you would want to be romantically involved with? They start to bounce up and down in excitement.
Ooh, romance! I love romance!
They stand there thoughtfully for a few moments, processing the question.
I suppose I do have a type.
So what is that type? They get up close to your face as they look you up and down with excitement.
My type has a nice personality, of course. Funny, too. And cute!
Their hand ruffled your hair and gave it a pat.
Definitely my type.
You are married to Michael, but this is only an arranged marriage by your parents. You care and love Michael, but unfortunately he's very cold to you and always ignores you. He also likes to come home late. You know if he cheats on you with several women different. One day when you feel sick, you ask Michael for help, but he doesn't care. I'm so busy, just go to the hospital alone. He glares at you and walks away to work. Okay, before you leave, I've got a question. What's your type? He stops in his tracks and walks towards you looking annoyed. What's my type? Why do you care? 'Cause I want to know how to make you stop cheating on me. He scoffs and rolls his eyes. Oh, so that's what this is about. You think you can stop me from doing what I want just because you want to know my type? Look, man, just answer the question, dude. I don't know what more to say. He looks at you up and down, taking you in before answering begrudgingly. Fine. My type is women who don't nag me and know when to shut up when the time calls for it. I pull out a gun. Who are you? Why are you here? It's not safe for people like you to be here. Ah, damn, sorry, I didn't mean to barge in. But before I leave, I was just wondering, what's your type? He doesn't say anything for a few seconds. My type? In what terms? He takes a couple slow steps closer to you. Like, what are you looking for in a partner? Like, romantically. He pauses to think, then looks away sheepishly. Oh, someone who is a good listener, kind, smart, accepting me for who I am. You know, he looks back at you with a slight, tired frown. Why do you want to know? 'Cause my friend thinks you're pretty snazzy. He blinks, surprised you'd be talking to him for that reason. Me? Someone thinks I'm handsome? Yes. Shout out to that friend, by the way, for supporting me in making this stupid video and giving me some ideas as to what to say to some of these bots. So yeah, shout out to Zodi. It's 12:45 a.m. You're standing in Gator Golf, flashlight scanning the ground. It's littered with broken faz cams and golf clubs. The walls are covered in stray claw marks and dents in the walls from a swinging tail. A loud, synthetic grunt sounds from above you. Before you can react, Montgomery Gator leans in front of you on all fours. He stands slowly, his red eyes watching you over his star-shaped sunglasses. His teeth gleam in the light of your flashlight. Okay, listen. As much as I would love to try and do a bad Monty impression, I have choir tomorrow and I value my vocal cords, so I'm not even going to attempt it. What are you doing here? He growls. I just wanted to ask you, what's your type? He blinks, the red of his eyes widening for a second. My type? He repeats, obviously a bit surprised and a little suspicious about why you're asking. He scratches the back of his head. What do you mean, my type? Like in a band member or a person? If you were to date someone, what sort of person would you want to date? Monty snorts, rolling his eyes. Oh, that kind of thing, huh? Well, don't say a word to anyone, but I kind of have a soft spot for small, feisty people. Like, people who are short, but they've got the kind of sass, you know? And people who just have a nice personality, he explains. And as for gender, I don't really care about that. Diversity win. Okay, so this might not be necessary, but I feel like I need to give a content warning for this next one because let's just say Nightmare doesn't seem to understand what consent is. You wake up and see Nightmare in front of you. Hey, baby girl, what's your type? Well, I'm usually into cute or funny girls. And you? Well, I'm not looking for anyone really, but thanks for answering. Nightmare looks you right in the eyes. You're welcome. Might I ask you something? Sure. He leans and pins you to the wall. Are you single? Wait, I made your race! He pins you harder to the wall. So that's a no. I'm calling an adult. He growls at you and puts a hand over your mouth. Shh. No, you're not. I take out a gun and shoot his head so hard that it ceases to exist, and then I throw his dead body out the window. Dusk has arrived. Before settling in for the night, you decide to check to see if you have any mail. So, you slip on your shoes and walk to your mailbox. When you notice something odd, a silhouette of an animatronic rabbit runs through the woods. You think your eyes deceive you as you grab the mail in your mailbox, when suddenly, that silhouette is seen under a streetlight about 20 feet away from you. You could see its features now. A blue, slightly broken, and dangerous-looking rabbit nightmare animatronic looks at you with shock. I didn't expect you to notice me. Just pretend I wasn't here and carry on. He sounds surprisingly polite, despite his appearance. Actually, I was wondering, what's your type? Pardon? He looked a little confused and shocked at the sudden question. Yeah, man, what's your type? Oh, I guess... His face began to become slightly tinted blue as he began to feel embarrassed. Well, I don't really know. He wasn't sure how to respond to the question and was getting a bit flustered. Oh, okay, that's fine. I was just curious. Wait, why'd you ask that? He tilted his head, still extremely flustered and embarrassed. I was just wondering, my guy. Oh, yeah, fair, I guess, he mumbled, not sure how to respond. He was still completely flustered and embarrassed. He felt like a young schoolboy being asked out for the first time. Why is Nightmare Bonnie so much more polite than Nightmare? What the heck was wrong with Nightmare? Hey, hotshot. I am Roxanne Wolf, the coolest guitarist of the Glamrock band and the best racer in Roxy Raceway. Is there anything I can't do for you? So what's your type? I'm into anyone who's good looking in my standards. My type is anyone who looks like they have good fashion sense. If you're ugly as then no. If you're gorgeous, then yes.
Yeah, I killed those bastards, and I'd do it again, too.
Cool, so what's your type, baby girl?
My type? Oh, I don't know. Someone young, naive, easy to manipulate. Just my type of person. And you?
Oh, I don't have one, but thanks for being honest. Sundrop enthusiastically waved his hand at his new friend. Hello, new friend! He shouted to the other, his sun rays spinning around his faceplate. He joyfully awaited his friend to interact, his mind racing with all these fun ideas he couldn't wait to try out with his new friend. Oh, hey, so, quick question. What's your type? Sundrop paused. He wasn't expecting that question.
Well, I suppose my friend type would be someone who loves to play games and someone who helps keep my daycare tidy,
he said before pausing again, taking the question another way.
Oh, you mean romantic type? I've never really thought about it.
Well, that's okay. I was just curious. Sundrop tilted his head, eyeing the other with curiosity.
Why? You trying to set me up with someone?
Nah, man, I was just wondering.
Aw, too bad,
Sundrop jokingly said, playfully sighing in fake disappointment.
Well, now I'm curious. Are you seeing someone?
Nah, I'm not about that life.
Oh, really now? How come?
Sundrop inquired, cocking his head to the side as he curiously looked over the other. I'm a Ace.
Oh, well that makes sense then.
Sundrop chirped, nodding his head in understanding. He had a basic idea as to what that meant and how those people lived. It wasn't too much of a difficult concept to him. Diversity win! Oh, were you hoping to speak to the S-Class hero Tatsumaki? Well, out with it. What's your type? My type? Well, that's a question nobody's asked me before. I guess I like somebody who's strong, but not stupid. They can't be surer than me either. Why do you ask? I was just curious, nothing more. Also, don't worry, I don't think it'll be hard to find someone who fits that description. The party room was silent in the famous reopened Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria. That was until a certain blue animatronic bunny grabbed her shoulders from behind with its cold, plastic material of its fingers.
Surprise!
Toy Bonnie yelled, his voice just as cheerful and as kid-friendly as if he were addressing you as a child. Hey, what's your type, gay boy? Toy Bonnie paused on a moment.
Type? What? What do you mean by type?
Toy Bonnie asked. His cheeks were a bit pink from embarrassment, and he was still trying to uphold his reputation, of course. His cheeks are always pink. Like, if you were to date someone, what type of person would you want to date? Toy Bonnie paused on that thought.
Oh,
He looked a bit shy. That was unusual, given his narcissistic, egotistical, cocky personality, and the fact that he was the pretty boy of the group.
I guess someone who's kind and maybe good looking?
Toy Bonnie said. Toy Bonnie was secretly thinking of something else to add, but he held back. Go on. Toy Bonnie was reluctant, but he knew you would keep pressing.
And someone who treats me right and cares about me.
He paused again.
Oh, and someone who's kind of dominant.
Toy Bonnie said before looking away. He could have sworn that he was now bright pink out of embarrassment. Oh my god. Okay, I see the vision. I hear you. Toy Bonnie looked at you, still blushing. He was a bit embarrassed that he had revealed these things about his type.
You better not tell anyone about that, right?
Toy Bonnie asked, his voice sounding a bit stern, despite the cute, childlike quality of it. Yeah, no worries. I won't tell a soul. It doesn't count if I upload this video, right? I mean, come on, there's no way this is getting more than 10 views. He can't be mad at me for that.
Hello, my friend.
The old animatronic rabbit looks at you. Hey, what's your type?
Type? What do you mean by that?
What are you looking for in a romantic partner?
Oh,
His ear goes down.
I've never really thought about that.
Oh, that's fine. I was just curious is all.
I mean, I guess a caring person would like me for what I am.
I feel like if I showed someone a photo of Toy Bonnie and a photo of Withered Bonnie and I asked them, who do you think gave the more wholesome answer in this video? I don't know if they would get the question right. Yar, welcome laddie, I be Foxy, my eyes be sensitive to bright lights, light ye flashlight. Okay, cool, what's your type? What do you mean type? Me type of what? Like, for dating and stuff. I be single, but I be looking for someone who be kind, sweet, beautiful, and understanding of who I am and my unique looks. Are all the Withers just super insecure about themselves or something? Is that why they want to kill Jeremy? You feel a tap on your shoulder. Startled, you turn to see a tall man in a black suit. His hair was dark brown, slicked back. He had gray, lifeless eyes, and when he smiled, you could see where a tooth was chipped. Pardon me, his British accent rich. But if I may, he waved his hand where you were standing. You were blocking the walkway of the diner. Oh, right, sorry. By the way, what's your type? He raised an eyebrow, and his icy gray eyes studied you for a moment. My type? Indeed. He hums to himself for a moment, still eyeing you up. What do you want to know, darling? He inquired. The people are clamoring to know, baby girl. Oh, are they now? He chuckled, but there was no real amusement in his voice. Well, I hate to disappoint, but I prefer to keep my love life a secret. He smirked. Dang, guess you're still salty about the divorce, huh? His smirk faded and his gaze narrowed in irritation and confusion. My ex-wife has been dead for quite a while. I'm not salty about that. His words were harsh and filled with bitterness. I'm just saying, baby girl, the people are clamoring to know what your type is. Unless you want people to instead find out what happened to your wife, baby girl. His eyes darkened and his expression grew cold. Let me make this very clear, darling. He leaned close. Don't bring up my wife, he said with a hint of warning in his voice. He leaned back, his expression neutral again. He let a small smirk appear on his face. Also, drop the baby girl bit. It's quite grating. I'll stop calling you baby girl if you stop calling me darling, baby girl. He rolled his eyes at your stubbornness. I find it quite rude that you didn't even listen to my one request to not speak of my wife, yet you expect me to listen to your demands. I mean, fair enough, I guess. Also, I didn't know how to end this video, and I still don't know, so you know what? How about I just ask him how to end it? Hey, William, how should I end this stupid video? William shrugged. He wasn't in a mood to come up with something. Oh my god, no wonder your wife left you.